Okay, so I just wanted to spend this time to show you some areas, some places where things can go wrong and how you can find those things and how you can fix it. So let me give you an example. So let's say you were going to do 96 divided by 3. So we know step 1, we do it digit by digit. You take 9 divided by 3 and the answer should be 3. Okay, but let's say you got it wrong and you wrote 2 accidentally and you thought that was the correct one. So you go on to the next step, which is to multiply. So you say 2, which is the number you just wrote down. 2 times 3 is 6, and you put 6 there. So you keep going. Your next step is to subtract. So you do 9 minus 6 is 3. Now, this is the first place you can make a very quick check. A very quick check should be that when you subtract, this number you write here, the answer of that subtraction should be smaller than this number on the outside here. So because 3 is 3 here is not smaller than this 3, that is the first place to know that something has gone wrong. So you need to go back and check what you've done before now. Let's say you forgot to check there and you keep going and you say, okay, the next step is, can we bring down a number? Then you bring this 6 down and you put the 6 here. So now you're going to say 36 divided by 3, and the answer to that is 12. Now, that should also give you some warning, because every time we do long division, every step, the number you write up here must be less than 10. So you can't write 12 here because it's bigger than 10. Because if you wrote 12 here, then you're ending up with an answer of 212. 96 divided by 3 can't be a larger number. So those are the two checks. First check is the result of the subtraction should be smaller than the number you are dividing by. The second step is every number you write at the top here in each round should be smaller than 10. Because that's the whole idea. We do it digit by digit. So you should be writing things at the top digit one by one. So you can't have a double digit number in the same round going at the top. So these are some checks that you can do. The other thing that gets a bit confusing is when you are doing lots of multiplication by zeros. So let's take this example. So you have 1002 and you divide it by 2. So as I said before, because 1, remember we tried to do it digit by digit, but when the first digit is already smaller than the number you are dividing by, you just increase it. So we start with 10. So we say, okay, 10 divided by 2 is 5. So we write the 5 at the top. 5 times 2 is 10. We write 10 down here. We do our subtraction. 10 minus 10 is 0. Now, this is where sometimes people can get a bit confused because you think, oh, 0, we're at the end. But remember, we must do the check 1. And check 1 is, can we bring down a number? And the answer is yes, we can bring down this number here, which is a 0. Now this looks really weird and this looks really odd, but because we brought down a number, just follow the steps that I've already said and just go with it, because if you've brought down a number, you must go back to step 1. Step 1 is divide. So we say, okay, 0 divided by 2. And I know that sounds very odd as well, but if we divide 0 by anything, the answer is always 0. So basically, if you have no apples and you want to share no apples between the two of you, how many apples does each of you get? Nothing. You still get nothing. So 0 divided by 2 is 0. So we put 0 at the top. Then we do the multiplication. 0 times 2. Again, when you multiply anything by 0, the answer is always 0. So 0 times 2 is 0. So we put the 0 here. Again, this looks really odd because it's zeros and zeros. Does but follow the process. So now you've done your multiply. The next step is to subtract. So we subtract 0 minus 0 and the answer is 0. Looks really weird, super weird, I know. But let's do that check again. Can we bring down the number? And the answer is yes, we can bring this 2 down. Bring the 2 down here. And because we brought down the number, we must go back to step 1, which is divide. So we say 2 divided by 2 is 1. So we have 1 here. Multiply 1 by that 2. You have 2 here. And you do your subtraction, 0. We do the check again. Can we bring down the number? No, there's no more number to bring down. Now we are in a good place. We are at the end because we can't bring down the number and we're down to 0 over here. So these are just 2 places where things can go wrong and it can seem a bit confusing, but hopefully that helps you to work through these if you see them. If you've enjoyed that or you've enjoyed any of my other videos, please like and share, and most importantly, click the subscribe button. Let me know if you'd like me to solve something else.